Today's episode of Toy Time is brought to you by Douglas Price. Mr. Price is the 2019 Burroughs Wellcome Fund North Carolina Charter School Teacher of the Year. Mr. Price teaches middle school at Voyager Academy in Durham, North Carolina.
Hi North Carolina, I'm Douglas Price. I'm the 2019 Burroughs Wellcome Fund North Carolina Charter School Teacher of the Year, and I come hailing from Durham City. Go Bulls! And I am from a school called Voyager Academy, which is a K-12 charter school that sits in the northern part of Durham County. Now, unlike some of the other teachers who have been on the Teaching on Your Time videocast lately, I don't have access to my classroom right now, so I'm going to actually be using my phone and my iPad to kind of help show some of this, so you'll have to forgive some of the wobbliness as we go through. But I did want to show you a little bit about where Durham is located and where Voyager is, just in case you weren't familiar. So Durham is right there. We've got Wake, that's taking up that big chunk of blue right there, and then Durham is the yellow. It sits right there, and I kind of zoom in on it. And Voyager is kind of in that northern part of Durham, and that's where we are located. Well, I want you guys to get settled in because we have a really fun story for you guys today, and I have a special guest that's going to help me read that story. So why don't you guys go ahead and grab your favorite blanket and grab a glass of milk maybe, and you might want a snack. Maybe a cookie? I hope you like cookies because they're going to show up a lot in our story today.
While you're getting comfy for story time, let's take a minute to make a prediction with the clues that Mr. Price gave you about the story. He said you might want a cookie. Have you read any books that feature a cookie as part of the plot line?
Hi guys, and welcome to Storytime. Today I have a special guest who wants to join us for our Storytime. Come on over. Everybody say hi to E. Hi E. You say hi everybody? What did you bring me? Oh, what book is this?
If you give a mouse a cookie.
Oh, one of our favorites, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. Do you like cookies? What's your favorite kind of cookie?
A lemon.
A lemon cookie? Oh, that sounds yummy.
I never had strawberry or lemon before. Though.
Strawberry and lemon, you haven't
I
had
have
that one?
chocolate before actually.
You've had chocolate chip? That's my favorite, is chocolate chip. Do you like any kind of special drinks with your cookies?
I like orange juice.
Orange juice. I like milk with mine, chocolate milk with my cookie. Ooh, do you like chocolate milk? I wonder about this mouse though. Do you think he likes something to drink with his? What do you think he likes to drink with his?
A regular milk.
Regular milk? Well, you know what? Maybe we should open this book and find out what happens if you give a mouse a cookie. You ready? Okay. If you give a mouse a cookie. If you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to ask for a glass of milk. You were right. And when you give him the milk, he'll probably ask you for a straw. When he's finished, he'll ask you for a napkin. Wonder what he wants that napkin for.
For his mouth.
For his mouth. Then he'll want to look in the mirror to make sure he doesn't have a milk mustache. But when he looks in the mirror, he might notice his hair needs a trim. So he'll probably ask you for a
scissors.
Pair of scissors. I think you've read this book before. When he's finished giving himself a trim, he'll want a broom to sweep up. He'll start sweeping. He might get carried away and sweep every room in the house. He may even end up washing the floors as well. When he's done, he'll probably want to take
A nap.
a nap. You know, that would wear me out too if I had to clean the whole house like that.
Yeah, me too.
You'll have to fix up a little box for him with a blanket and a pillow. He'll crawl in, make himself comfortable, fluff the pillow a few times. He'll probably ask you to read him
A story.
a story.
Just like you reading.
Yeah, just like we're reading right now. So you'll read to him from one of your books, and he'll ask to see the pictures. When he looks at the pictures, he'll get so excited, he'll want to draw one of his own. So he'll ask for paper and crayons. Wonder what he's going to draw. Well, he'll draw a picture. When the picture is finished, he'll want to sign his name. Always a good thing to put your name on your work, right?
Yeah, because we want to know who it's for.
And he'll want to use a pen.
A pen?
Then he'll want to hang his picture on your refrigerator,
Your refrigerator?
which means he'll need
Some tape.
Scotch tape. Good idea. He'll hang up his drawing and stand back to look at it. Looking at the refrigerator will remind him that
He's thirsty.
He's thirsty. Ugh.
That would make me if I were me a lot.
So,
I might not stay quiet for a long time because of my cough.
so he'll ask you for a glass of
No.
milk. And the chances are, if he asks for a glass of milk,
A cookie.
he's going to want a cookie to go with it. The end. That was a great story. Did you like that story? High five. Excellent reading.
Can we do that again?
Maybe in a little bit. I got to talk to our friends for a second.
Oh.
Hi again. In our story today with the mouse, we heard a lot of different things that occurred, events that had actions and reactions, either from the mouse himself or from those that he was around, like the boy. And for my young friends that are in the audience, we like to call these if-then statements. If and then. Take a look at the picture I drew here. If I water the seeds I planted, then they will grow into beautiful flowers. For my older friends that are in the audience, we like to call this something just a little bit different, but it's still the same thing. We like to call this cause and effect. Think about it for a second. If I'm going to eat a cookie, what's going to happen? Well, I'm probably going to want a glass of chocolate milk to go with it. And so hopefully to my older friends in the audience, your language arts teachers have really been pushing you to think a little more critically about the words that we're going to use. So I might say something like, since I chose to eat a chocolate chip cookie, I will be thirsty for chocolate milk. Here's a great activity that I want you to try on. And this is a really fun one that I do with kids when we read If You Give a Mouse a Cookie or any of the other books in that same series. I want you to go on a scavenger hunt. And I want you to find the first item that you can to just grab and pick up. You can go outside and do this, or you can go around your house. This is a really easy scavenger hunt. But find the first thing that grabs your attention, and I want you to pick it up, and I want you to think about, if I take this item, what will I do with it? If I take this item, then what are you going to have happen? For example, if I pick up a flower, then I want to give it to my daughter. And then you can create a story that goes along with that, and you can create a series of events that are going to come out of that. Now, one way that you can show these series events is you can do what I do here. You can draw out your ideas. Just do a really simple sketch. Get a piece of paper. You can turn it sideways, kind of like this door is, and you can cut it in half. If I plant the seeds, then the flowers will grow. For some of my other friends who want to get a little more artistic, maybe you want to do something a little similar to this. Maybe you want to do some cutouts and have individual pages for each one, and then you can write the part of your stories at the top. Since I chose to do this, I will, you fill in the blank. Or maybe you want to get a little more artistic and get more creative and have things kind of pop out and become three-dimensional. You could take a sheet of paper and you can do like I did here. I got some real dirt and some real seeds and I put it in there. If I plant the seeds, then what will happen? I found some real flowers outside and I glued those flowers on as well. Then they will grow into beautiful flowers. And for my even older friends that are in the audience who still want to partake in this but think that the artwork seems like a little bit too much, I know something that might just grab your attention. Why don't you grab your tech device and start snapping some selfies? Go find those things around the house or outside that are going to capture your attention to start creating your if-then statements. Snap those selfies and then do a couple things with it. One, you can create a Google Doc that's going to help you embellish your story. You could also do it as a Google PowerPoint, or you can head over to storybird.com. This is a really great tech app that I use with some of my older students where we get to take photos that we have taken and we get to upload it into a pre-made storybook where I get to play with some of the graphics that are on there. The cool thing, if you want to check out the tech device stuff, with storybird.com is that they've already got a series and a gallery of artwork, cartoon images that you can already pick from. So you don't have to worry about taking your own photos if that's something that you're just not interested in, but you could still create your own storybook. I hope you have fun on your scavenger hunt. Hope you take your brothers and sisters with you, and wish you all the very best as we continue to go through this time.
Mr. Price gave you some really fun extension activities to show your understanding of if-then statements, or maybe you know them as cause and effect statements. Think about a creative way to find things around your house or outside to create your own story featuring if-then statements. Have fun and use your creativity.